Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to create sections uh, uh, in this tutorials. And this is what I had for the floor plans. So first things I want to do is I'm going to save this file. So I'm gonna go File, Save As, and I'm gonna name this section 2. Okay. Yeah, so then kind of like what I have these things over here. So earlier before I was using these clipping plane to create sections, I mean floor plans. So to create the section, I'm going to make another clipping planes. So clipping plane and sort of click somewhere over here. And I'm going to put this to clipping plane layers over here, change layers, and then I have to name this. So I'm gonna call this section 1. And if I left click on this red arc over here and then press shift so that it rotates at the 90-degree angle, so that can give us sort of creeping plane for the sections. And oh, I'm gonna bring back this roof over here, and I'm going to kind of cut this to find where is the good place to cut sections. Uh, so yeah, so let's see. Somewhere over here is where I would want to cut. Cutting through the sections, cutting through the stairs up here. Um, and let's see. I would want to have some kind of depth going through it. So I would looking at it from the side. This looks probably not good. You don't want to cut through the wall, kind of like this. So you always want to be like on this side of the wall, or kind of like coming over here on the other side of this wall. Here, I think it's same things happening over here, so maybe a bit more inside. So that might look a little bit better, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that looks okay. So let's just say this is where I would like to cut sections. So now there are a couple things that we have to look out for. So one is when we are doing this, all the doors. So in these cases, we are cutting through the door over here. So whenever these happens, we want to just hide the door. So I'm going to hide this door, and you just kind of look through the frame. That's how we want to show the doors when it's a situation like this. And when we see, so it's the same things over here as well. These are the sliding doors to this closet over here, which I'm cutting through the section planes, clipping planes. So I'm going to hide that as well. And then that's probably similar situation. Yeah, so those areas where we are cutting through the doors, I'm gonna hide. I need to hide those doors, and for situation like this, I'm cutting through the doors only because this is in the open positions. But in these cases, I actually want to see this door at the closed position. So I'm going to flip this by pressing Shift, and rotate this by pressing Shift, and then I'm going to move this door to somewhere in this middle of the door frame, so that when I cut through the section, I can see this door in elevations. And that same things happens over here as well. So even though I'm not cutting through it, I don't want to see door in an open positions basically. So I'm going to rotate this by clicking the blue arc and pressing Shift. and rotate this at 90 degrees. Oops. Over here, shift. And then I'm going to move this to the middle of the door frame over here. So when I'm cutting through, I don't have to see that door openings. So same things over here as well. So rotate this and move this to the middle. Same guy, same as for this door as well. Yeah. Okay. So then we kind of, that's how we probably want to see it. Yeah, so I guess I have to do the same things over here as well. By rotating this 90 degrees, move this to door frame over here. So then when you see that door in elevation, when we cut through the sections, that will be in the closed positions. Okay, so that looks decent. Yeah, so the other things I have to check is kind of like how I had to assign the hatch for these walls. I have to do that for the floors as well now. So that means this is on the floor layer. So if I go to the layer over here and change this to the change the section style to assign the patch. That's what I have to do. Also, I don't quite remember the uh, parameters of it. So section style, rotations 45 degrees, 7. Okay, that seems like straightforward. So if I go to the floor, click on this under section style, left click on this, and this section style window pops up. Change this pattern to hatch 1. I'm going to change pattern color to black. Rotation, change rotation value to 45. Scale is 7. Yeah, and for the boundaries, I want to have that color in black as well, and I click OK. So now you can see this kind of have this section as you cut through the floor. These hatch shows up. Yeah. Okay, so you don't really need to apply the hatch to the window glazing or the door. This is a garage door, so this is the only kind of exceptions that I'm putting in this sections. Even though this is technically a door, I'm just gonna keep that in a closed position, and I think that's okay. And then yeah, right, I somehow forgot this fireplace to apply the hatch. So let's see. I'm gonna make a layer for fireplace and right click, change object. And then I'm going to apply that pattern, but like this is I would like to have a different grids pattern for this. So pattern color should be black. Rotation is 45. Scale is I forgot what that exactly was, but like let's try 5. Yeah, 5 looks like okay. Maybe 7. What's that? Yeah. Okay, I'll leave that as 7 as well. So then now I have that. The other things like I have to do the same things for the roof, but now just looking at this, I realized that I never actually put the depths to the roof. So what I mean by that is you know how this floor has a certain kind of the depths over here. That is to like schematically start thinking about like what goes in here, right? Like if this is the floor, there is a beams and things, structures that actually exist within this depth over here. We don't need to quite show all these things literally, but we still need to like have these depths to kind of indicate that those things are coming in the future. So now in the floor, the roof as well, this is the same thing. So yeah, so I need to work on that. And to do that, maybe I'm just going to click on this clipping plane first and disable the clipping plane. And I'm gonna just select the roof and then exterior wall for the first floor. And I'm just going to isolate them. And I'm gonna hide the ground so it's a little bit easier for us to see. Okay, so now what I want to do is basically take the outline of this intersection, these lines over here, and then extrude the depths to it. So then what I'm going to do is type dupe edge and select these lines over here. Okay, and then join them. So now this is a one, this line over here. This line over here is a closed curve, and then I'm going to type EXC to have a extruded curve. And now the extruded curve is kind of extruding perpendicular to this roof surface, but I actually wanted to uh, uh, change the direction of the extrusion. So I'm gonna click on this direction over here, and I'm gonna uncheck this project. And then to define the directions, so base point of the direction is over here, second direction point is over here. So now if I extrude this over here, it extrudes down kind of like this, and that's what I want. So now I'm gonna make sure this solid is yes, and then type 12, enter. And that created this, I'm going to hide this, that created this kind of the depths in the roof. And that's kind of like what I wanna do over here. So next I'm going to type show selected. And I'm going to select all of these interior walls that reach to the bottom of the roof structures. So I think these are what we have over here, and enter. So now there are these these vertical wall and this roof is actually intersecting with each other. So I'm going to type and I'm gonna try Boolean split. And I'm gonna select polysurfaces to split, which is these guys, enter, and then click on the cutting surface, which is this, and enter. Now, if I hide this, I can just select the top portion of these structure to delete it. And that should work out. And if I type show selected and bring back the these roof structures, now they're not overlapped with each other, and that's what I want to have. Yeah, so I'm going to put this on the roof structure over here. Change object. Maybe change the colors as well. Okay. All right. So now that's working out. I'm going to just hide the roof and then select this clipping plane for the sections. Go to properties, click on this icon over here for the clipping plane properties, and click on this perspective to enable this clipping sections over here, and type show turn on the roof layers over here to bring back the structures. And this is what I want to see over here. So now I'm going to assign the section style for this roof layer as well. So pattern is hatch 1, black colors, 45. Scale is 7, and change this boundary colors to black as well, and then enter. So now we can kind of see the whole structure over here. Yeah, and I think that's what I wanna see in here. Yep. The other things is these creeping planes for the floor plans. Maybe I'll create another layer for this creeping plane. So if I click on this, you can create a sublayer inside of the one layer. So I'm gonna do CP floor for this, and then select these creeping plane and put that on this layer over here. So then I can just kind of hide it as well. And then I think some of these things, like sometimes you might end up with these lines over here. These will show up in the drawing, so you wanna clean those things up. Make sure that's not quite happening. Yeah. Like, yeah, that kind of looks okay, I think. And then I'm gonna bring back the ground as well. And so that's kind of how I would want to see it. And for the work in progress drawings, if you wanted to kind of see that to print it out, you can go to one of the side views over here. So in this case, I think front is um uh, uh the view for this sections. Also, I have to, of course, enable the clipping plane in the front view. So I'm gonna click on this clipping plane, go to clipping plane properties, and check this front view over here. So then if I go to the front view, I can see that section cutting through. And I can change this view mode to Arctic over here. And then, save that as a capture to file, and you can print that out for the work in progress sections. Yeah. Oh, but now I'm kind of looking at this. I think I forgot to work on the stairs as well, so I'm gonna just kind of go back there a little bit. So looking at this one is these steps doesn't really quite have any hatch over there, and then also the last step of the stair is kind of inside of the floor. So I'm going to type SC1, that's for the scale 1D. I'm going to bring this up so that it's not overlapping with the floor material. It's probably a good thing to do. The other things is staircase. How we want to show staircase is a little bit different. So for the stairs, I would like to add some depths when I'm looking at the sections, kind of like how floors or any of these structure have some certain depths to them. I would like to have that in here as well. So I think to do that, I'm gonna go to the front view first, and then I'm gonna probably just change to wireframe mode. So first things I'm gonna do is click on this project and type L to draw a line. So I'm gonna draw a line from this point and to, let's say, this point. And I'm going to offset this line, let's just say 8 inches. So if I take this to 8 inches offset over here, so I want this to be the depth of the stairs or the structure behind them. So I'm going to actually extend this line over here to I'm going to extend this line to somewhere kind of up here to the bottom of the floor. So I'm gonna select somewhere over here, enter, extend, and select somewhere over here, enter, and click on this to extend this line over here. now I have this line over here. I need kind of line that goes around this here to create, or goes around this bottom to create depths in the stairs. So I'm just gonna do PL for the polyline, and I'm going to start from this intersections, and click on these areas to create outline of this structure behind of the staircase over here. So that will be kind of like this, and then it's over here. Now, now I don't need this anymore. So then if I select this curve and select this curve over here, and I'm gonna go back to perspective, and type isolate. I'm gonna hide the ground layer over here. So yeah, so now I'm going to type F for the fillet. Radius for that should be always 0. And if I click here and here, that trim the lines nicely. So I'm going to do the same things over here and select this and type join. Now I have this curve over here. So I'm going to type show, and I can bring this curve back here, somewhere over here, and then move this point to that point. So M to move this point to that point. And once I have that, I'm gonna go to top view. And if I have this in wireframe view mode, I can see the width of the stairs. So I'm going to select this. This is the line for the structure behind the stairs. And then I'm going to type EXC for extrude curve command and select extrude that profile to this point over here. So then if I see that in sections, there is kind of this depths behind of the stairs, and that's what I want to see. And another things I will do is I'm going to um, hide this, not hide, split this wall as well. So to do that, it might be easy to just uh, um, hide to disable the clipping plane for a second and hide the exterior walls so that we can actually see what's going on there. And then I'm going to, I don't know if that's better. Maybe I'll just do it here. So if I type Boolean split and select this, enter, select that, enter. Now this portion is I can delete that, and so that's how I can create this structure behind of the stairs. And I'm gonna put this in the stairs layer as well. So stairs, right click, change object layers, maybe change the colors as well. Purple, violet. Yeah, maybe let's go with that. And then I'm going to, of course, add the section style. So pattern is H1, color is black, rotation is 45, scale is 7, and change the boundary colors to black as well. And then, yeah, so now I can kind of see and I can kind of see the depths in the staircase, and that's how I want to see it, and type show to bring back the exterior walls. And now if I go back to the front view over here and change it to the Arctic over here, so then like you can kind of see the section, starting of the sections that we are trying to capture over here. Yeah, so then I'm going to save this file to make sure that I'm not losing the file.